When did this document get drawn up?
On the literally after we purchased it.
Do you accept that?
Yes.
I'm concerned there's no date on this, and that, I have to tell you, may make this document completely useless. Because how am I to rely on the fact that this is a real document and you didn't just put it together yesterday?
Because if I would have put it back all together yesterday, then I would have dated it.
Now, you did refer to Christmas, and I have seen a receipt of when this was purchased, and you're right, it was around Christmas time. I understand. But in respect of this document, what was it in your mind that made you want to put something in writing?
I just had a doubt. I just thought that she weren't going to pay back.
Well, why did you give her the money in the first place, then?
Because she's my friend, it was Christmas time, and a little bit of me thought... It was like 50-50, but I just did it. It was Christmas.
Understand.
She's got kids and... Yeah.
Were you working?
Not at the moment. I'm a full-time mum at the moment.
That is a full-time job. How on earth were you going to meet the promise that you signed for?
I was expecting, like, a lump sum of money to come through, but that fell through, so that's why I couldn't in the end.
Well, that's part of your reply, that you had understood there was going to be a lump sum, that was shared, and that lump sum didn't arrive, and so consequently she took the risk, and so ultimately you don't owe her that money. That's one part of your reply, which I construe on your behalf. The other aspect of your claim is that, frankly, you can't owe her this full sum because, apart from anything else, she's damaged some of your property, correct?
Yes, that's correct.
Now, I've looked at this and I'm no expert, so I had to ask Michelle. Turns out she's no expert either. What property are you referring to?
A dress.
What sort of dress was it?
It was like see-through down on each side.
Let's have a look. I believe we've got a picture.
Yes.
Oh, goodness, I've seen the Duchess of Cambridge in something similar.
The Duchess loves it.
It's made from some species of PVC, as far as I can gather.
Yes, that's it.
Understood. Yes. Did you wear this dress?
Yeah.
What happened when you wore it?
Well, I've got a big bum, so like, I ripped it by the bum. She's slimmer than me, so...
Now, are you wearing it on the left-hand side and you wearing it on the right-hand side?
Yes.
Now, are you telling me that... Well, you didn't do it on purpose. What happened?
No.
You've got a what?
I wore it out. I was just dancing in the dress anyway, and it ripped by my bum. The bum part, it ripped.
Are you telling me you were walking around... Well, I mean, that would have turned it into a slightly undecorative serviette, madam.
Yeah.
Well, once the bum... Excuse me. Once the posterior end of that dress has ripped, there's nothing left of it. It looks like the remnants of a sofa. Was there a great big crack down the back of it?
No, it was like from the side.
Yeah, it was across. Yeah, across.
Did you try
right on the bum bit.
Did you try and get it mended?
No.
Did you appreciate there might be a risk that somebody with a larger posterior wearing that dress might, if they were to do some species of dancing, might damage it?
Well, I thought it was, like, quite stretchy, so I didn't really think...
Were you negligently twerking?
Sort of. It's just because it's cheap.
Understood. How much is a dress, please?
It was only cheap, like $23.99.
Now, and that includes posting and packaging, I would have thought.
Yes.
Of course. Now I understand when I asked you why you couldn't help me. Now, the fact is you haven't paid this back. Where's the money? For the television.
Well, I was meant to come for a lump sum, which I've already explained already. That fell through, so I wasn't able to pay it yet.
What's your current financial situation? Do you hope to get at this lump sum still?
Yes, eventually. I just don't know when.
Understood. Ellie, Christina. Ellie, you did something very sensible, although I have to tell you it was incautious, which was to extend credit to Christina in circumstances where you got it in writing. Had you not have put it in writing, your case would have taken less than 3 seconds and I would have dismissed it straight away. In fact, I probably wouldn't have heard it. There is, nevertheless, a critical and potentially fatal problem with this document, which is there's no date on it. I want to be clear, that could have been the end of the matter as well. And I very nearly dismissed the case, because I wasn't entirely satisfied until I'd heard evidence from you today that this was a contemporaneous document. In other words, it was written and signed at the time that you actually gave her the money. If I was of the view that this came any later, even by 1 day, then there would be 2 problems with it. Firstly, I couldn't be confident in the document at all. And secondly, and this is very important, I wouldn't be able to say that the debt is up yet. In other words, that she's fully delinquent with the loan. However, I do, on balance, take the view that this is a real document for the reasons you've given and because of the date that you extended the credit, and consequently you're entitled to the full sum back. This court awards you your full application, which is for £399.99. Madam, I dismiss your counterclaim for me to reduce that amount for £23.99, because when you lent Ellie a dress which you admit to be cheap, you knew, or at least risked the chance, that somebody who is perhaps a little bit bigger might damage it. Understood?
Yes.
In other words, you were perfectly aware that somebody dancing in that dress could rip it, and so I dismiss your case. Madam, this court awards you £399.99.
Ellie won her case and was awarded the full amount of her claim. Defendant Christina's counterclaim was dismissed.
Don't be stupid. Stay and watch the best Judge Rinder moments. And I'm talking. Understood? Don't be a moron. Subscribe to Judge Rinder YouTube channel. Right now. That's an order.